Our story today. When the tall man comes to town, must think you're something real special, huh? The drunk hassled the tall man, who was sitting alone at the back of the saloon. All those kill notches. Who are you fooling? He laughed. Leaning in close, he whispered to the tall man, I bet you've never even murdered a single man. The tall man leaned back before replying. About 10 myself, actually. Ah, I see the problem. You can't count to save your life, he coughed, pointing at the tall man's rifle, which was covered in many more notches than 10. Well, let's hope you're a fast learner, the drunk said, pulling a revolver on the man. You've got 15 seconds to walk your ass out that door. The tall man smiled, unsheathing a knife decorated with many scars and placing it on the table. This one's Egypt, he explained, resting a nail on a notch in the blade. 10 seconds, motherfucker, the drunk said. This one is Babylon, pointed to another notch. 7 seconds. You best get moving, the drunk barked. And this one here, oh, that's Rome. He spoke, gently picking up the knife and examining it. The drunk leapt forward, poking the revolver under the man's chin. Time's up, he smiled. And he pulled the trigger. The patrons looked on in awe as a flash burst from the barrel of the drunk's gun. A large bullet hole grew in the back of his own head, and his body slumped to the ground. The tall man remained seated and still. Fuck you, someone yelled, firing at the tall man, but instead hitting a customer at the table beside him. The tall man sat there counting to himself. In less than 15 seconds, the entire saloon erupted into blood and smoke. Less than 5 minutes later, the entire town was ablaze. When all was said and done, the man took a seat on the blood-soaked porch of the saloon, and he withdrew his knife yet again. Observing the ocean of ash and bodies, he took his jagged nail and he scorched one more notch into the blade. Well then, it seemed the drunk man was very mistaken. Perhaps his greatest mistake was assuming that the tall man was a man at all. But let me know what you thought of this story in the comments below. And I do hope you'll join me in the future for more Frail Blaze.